Hindi ka ba nagtataka bakit may mga ibang negosyante ay kumikita, yung mga iba madalas malugi? May mga iba mabilis mag-decide, yung mga iba sobrang bagal naman. May mga iba naman kung nagbibuild ng multi-billion businesses, may mga iba hanggang ngayon ay struggle pa rin. Here's what most people don't realize. Your generation doesn't just influence yung taste of music and technology, but it also shapes the way you think about money, risk, success, leadership, and business. So, alam mo ang good news? Sa pagkakataon na ito, we are going to talk about the importance of understanding generation on how they set up their business to become a superpower. Kaya nga, stay until the end because I'm going to reveal to you which generation is best positioned to win in the future economy of today. Hi there, this is Chinkitan, your pambansang world coach. Nako, ito yung pag-uusapan natin. We're gonna break it down, yung era at saka yung generation, kung paano ba sila nagiging successful sa business. Let's start with the baby boomer entrepreneurs. Sila ay pinanganak ng 1946 to 1964. Ang age group nila is 61 up to 79. Ang business mindset po nila is build something that will last forever. Sila ay lumaki sa mundo na ang importante is name, integrity, reputation, tiwala. Hard work is everything. So, para sa kanilang paniniwala na business built slowly, loyalty is very important, relationship are assets, reputation takes year for you to earn. Kasi may proseso, wala pang technology. So, paano sila kumikita during this time? Either through manufacturing, di ba? Ito yung age ng yung pagtayo ng mga factories, or if not naman, traditional business, or if not naman, ang negosyo nila, real estate, distribution. So, ito po yung negosyo. Ito yung mga sumikat sa mga era na ito. Ito yung panahon nila, John Gokongwei, Lucio Tan, Henry C., o Socorro Ramos of National Bookstore. Ang leadership style ng mga boomers, very hands-on yan, very structured, and very authority-driven. Ito yung generation na hirap ipasa sa next gen ang kanilang pinaghirapan. Ang strength po ng mga baby boomers po ay patience and discipline kasi nga alam nila napakahirap kumita ng pera. However, ang weakness po nila is resistance to change and technology. Ang business motto nila, the slow and the steady wins. Again, the slow and the steady wins. So right now, I would like to challenge this and then help me mag-comment kayo sa comment section. Sa palagay mo, can patience right now in this era alone survive in a fast-changing world? Paki-type lang sa comment section. Now, let's move on to the next gen, di ba? Yung nag-survive with uncertainty. Ito na yung Gen X. Ito yung people who were born in the year 1965 to 1980. Kasama po ako sa era na ito. 45 to 60 years old, piliin nyo na lang kung nasaan po ako dyan. Ang business mindset ng mga katulad namin na pinanganak dito is never ever depend on one source of income. Kasi dati may job stability before in the 1940s to 50s and 60s. Magkaroon ka lang ng trabaho, makakabuild ka ng bahay, magkakaroon ka ng sasakyan. Parang the Filipino dream. Pero ngayon, nako, alam namin na hindi kakasya talaga. Di ba, we witness during that time, di ba itong era na lumalabas na yung martial law, yung economic uncertainty, ang gulo, hirap na hirap ang buhay, layoffs, corporate restructuring. So, paano kami mag-isip? Dapat multiple ang negosyo, multiple ang income. We want to be independent. We don't want to depend on the government kasi wala na mga aasahan during that time. So we want to control our future and we always have a backup plan. Tama ba mga Gen X? Oo, mga Gen X, kaway-kaway dyan. Paano kami kumikita? Lalo sa larangan ng pagnenegosyo since this is a business topic. No? How we make money, it's either through multiple businesses. That's number 1. Sales. Number 2. Benta-benta. Kahit ano binibenta. Insurance, Tupperware, cookingware, SMEs, small medium enterprises, consulting, franchises, and ito maraming yumaman dito, real estate. So, sino yung mga nakinabang talaga dito? Ito yung panahon nila Jaime Augusto Sabel, yung second generation. Ito na yung mga Lance Gokongwei, yung mga next gen niya after nung kina John Gokongwei. And I again belong into this era. I made my wealth through, again, aside from businesses, from financial education, and multiple income stream. Ang leadership style ng mga tao nito ay very, number 1, kung mapapansin nyo, practical, result focus, and low drama. Which I can relate. Kung makita niyo kung paano magturo, very direct, di ba? Ayoko naman masyado ng mga imo-imo, di ba? At saka ang goal natin, may benta ba? May resulta ba? Ang strength ng grupo na ito is very resilient. Hindi sila natatakot na mag-fail. Ang weakness naman namin because marami kami na experience ng mga hardships. Pag kumita na kami, sometimes we become too cautious. We don't want to take risks. Ang business motto naman ng mga taong nandito, cash is king. Trust the numbers. Ito naman yung tanong ko sa mga Gen X na katulad ko. Para sa atin, ang goal natin is kumita, umasenso at magpayaman. Pero what happens kung challenge sa next generation na sinasabi, hindi lang pera ang dapat nating kitain? Let me introduce right now the next era, which are the millennial entrepreneurs. Sa mga millennial entrepreneurs, ito yung sila pinanganak ng 1981 to 1996. Age 29 to 44. Ang business mindset ng mga taong ito is build a business around your gifting and calling. This generation witnessed the rise of internet, social media, and startup culture. Para sa kanila kasi ang importante sa kanila, purpose muna bago profit. Freedom, di ba? Kesa meron kang pera pero malungkot ka. Work-life balance, impact matters. Kaya nga dito na lumalabas yung mga tinatawag nating social commerce, di ba? Yung mga nakakatulong sa kapwa, di ba? Yung mga negosyo nila. So, paano sila kumikita? When you belong to the millennial group, they make money right now through e-commerce, content creation, online services, startup, even selling their skills. Yan ang ginagawa na po nila. Ang examples po talaga nito na mga sumikat ng era na ito. Alam, sila Mark Zuckerberg, sila Neil Patel ng digital marketing, diba? So, makikita mo talaga na ginagamit nila yung social commerce or social media. Ang leadership style naman nila is they know that no man is an island. Since they're very people-driven, they're very mission-driven, they like to collaborate with people, and they're very flexible. They love cooperation. Am I right? If you are part of the millennial group, type yes if I'm right. Ang strength na naman nila, it's about innovation. They're open to change. However, may weakness. Sometimes they prioritize passion over profit. Masyado silang passion-oriented pero nakakalimutan naman yung kita. Ang business motto nila, ito, simple lang. Do what you love. Oo, diba? Yan ang gusto nila . So, millennial, kung titignan po natin, ang good thing about them, it taught us really work-life balance and it's all about purpose. It's not only about money. But the next generation, since natapos natin yung boomer, natapos na natin yung Gen X, katulad ko, natapos na natin yung Y, diba, which is the millennial. Now, let's talk about the Gen Z. But before we even talk about this, gusto mo bang mag-start ng negosyo pero natatakot ka? Good news! Stop guessing and start running your business with clarity. Get access to Negosyo GPT powered by my proven business frameworks. Kung gusto niyo makakuha ng access, alam niyo dapat niyo gawin? Click the link below or type Nego GPT. So let's talk about the Gen Z entrepreneurs born in the year 1997 to the year 2012. Age group as of 2025, nasa 13 to 28 years old. Dito na pumapasok yung mga anak ko. I have a 25, 23, and 21. So this one, they move super fast. They don't want to get left behind. Ang Gen Z, they grew up watching people who become millionaires through social media. Diba? Online stores, digital businesses. So para sa kanila, speed really matters. Attention is currency. Personal brand really matters. And adoption and innovation is survival. So, potentially, kung paano sila kumikita, itong grupo na ito, karamihan sila kumikita na through freelancing, work from home, digital products, content creation, tapos tinatawag na nating affiliate marketing and AI-powered services. Ito na yung mga sumikat talaga ngayon sa Amerika, lalo na sila Mr. Beast. Dito naman sa ating bansa, diba, sila Kong TV. Ito yung mga kumikita na ng mga maayos, especially using social media. At leadership style nila, very informal. Katulad nila Kong TV, di ba? Siya yung leader. Pero makikita mo, happy sila, jolog sila, di ba? And then not only that, very fast-moving and very community-focused na po. Kung mapapansin nyo itong era na ito. Kaya nga kung titignan po natin yung strength nila, they're very adaptable. Kung may strength, meron din silang weakness. Ito lang yun. The problem with this generation, since everything's so fast, they want quick, however, kulang sa patience. Do you agree? Yung parang mabilis ba mag-change ng mind? Mabilis ba pag hindi nag-work, hanap agad, pivot agad? Pero to the point, minsan lipat ng lipat. Ang business motto po nila, test fast and pivot fast. So kung titignan po natin, sa lahat ng era ngayon, yung Gen Z is one of the fastest. But mabigla ka. Kung may Gen Z, alam niyo ba, may Gen A na. Yung Gen Alpha. Ay, grabe. Itong Gen Alpha na ito, you better watch out. You better not cry. You better not pout. Believe me. Ito yung mga taong who were born the year 2013 to 2024. Age nila from 1 to 12 years old. Ang future business mindset nila ito, if it can be automated, automate it. It's because of convenience. They are the first generation growing up already yung pagpasok ng AI or artificial intelligence as part of normal in the life of every person. So paano sila mag-iisip? Ang nag-iisip na sila, it's all about technology. And then the world is flat. Wala nang boundaries. And AI is a tool to help their lives easier. Dati ginugoogle mo pa, magsa-search ka pa nga, pero ngayon si AI na ang maghahanap para sa iyo. So they want to scale quickly. This is how they think. Likely, ang businesses na pasukan nila, karamihan, digital, virtual products, global online brands, at the same time, AI companies. Kaya nga, kung tinitignan nyo rin to, ito na yung mga growing industries right now. Kung ikaw, kahit na anong era mo, kahit anong generation mo, if you position yourself in this type of businesses, nako, ito yung magbo-boom. Future examples of mga founders, they will be the future owner of parang Meta, future owner of Canva, future AI, katulad nila Elon Musk. Ito na yung mga nakikita natin. Ang strength ng Generation Alpha is technology fluency. Hindi na abnormal sa kanila itong mga era na ito. However, may weakness din. Since there's so much reliance on technology, yun nga, ang weakness na rin yan. Over-reliance on automation. Business motto nila, possibly, work smarter, automate faster. Imagine, no, when you grow up in a world na AI is already normal as Google, that's Generation Alpha. Pero may twist. Alam mo, meron pang isang next gen na darating na. Ayun na. Parating na yung Gen B. Yung Gen B, ang tinatawag natin ay Generation Beta Entrepreneurs. 2025 to 2039. Again, 2025, ito na yung cut-off to 2039. Ito na yung mga newborns. Alam mo, future business mindset ng mga batang to. Competitive advantage is being human. Yun na. So, kailangan very competitive na itong era na ito because, you know what? AI will be available to everyone. To young and old, to poor and rich, educated and uneducated. Technology will no longer be the differentiator. As a matter of fact, education will not also be not because right now, at the tip of their hands, they can learn, they can get educated. As a matter of fact, kung mapapansin nyo, kung may mga papanganak ngayon pagbata na, pag pumunta kayo sa restaurant, anong ginagawa ng magulang? Nilalagyan ng screen sa harap para ma-distract. So, ang teacher nila, ang way of information, education, and communication nila, it's all through the screen. So, in the process, since alam na nila lahat yan ang magiging parang upbringing and environment nila. Paano sila mag-isip? AI will handle the execution. Human will provide the vision. Relationship is going to be more valuable. Trust will become the ultimate currency. Again, let me repeat. Human will provide the vision. AI will do the execution. Relationship will become more valuable. Trust becomes the ultimate currency. Yan na ganito na mag-iisip sila paano yung mga negosyanteng yan. Ang possible businesses na pasukan nila based on research, it will be babalik na naman sa dati. When you say babalik sa dati, since AI, marami tong talagang innovation na mangyayari. Pero AI cannot replace anyone. So alam mo magiging valuable na mga services in the near future are human-centered services. Believe me, specifically, healthcare. Believe me. Bantayan nyo tong healthcare industry na ito because the population of the boomers and the Gen X are aging. What does the boomer and Gen X need? They need healthcare. I don't see robot will take good care of our lolo and lola or probably me in the near future. Tao pa rin. Ano pa ba yung human-centered services? Karpintero, pintor, yung mga ganun, hindi mawawala yun. So yan ang magiging most in-demand businesses or services in the future. Innovation companies, intellectual property businesses because more IPs or intellectual property or tinatawag natin personal brand will come out. And then, believe me, yung experience-driven opportunities, ang dami na po. Babalik na naman po yan. As a matter of fact, there's a resurgence right now of what we call as the pickleball craze because people are seeking for what? True and genuine relationships, communities. Kaya nga yung mga future examples ng mga entrepreneurs na lalabas, these are founders who can combine, listen, AI with EI. Again, they can combine AI with EI, AI, artificial intelligence, but more powerful right now is included with emotional intelligence. Kasi ngayon, pinag-uusapan lang natin AI pero walang EI. Pero pag pinagsama mo yan, powerful yan. They don't only think fast, but also they will be able to feel, di ba? And the next future example opportunities and businesses, builder of premium human experiences. Since technology, everything's so fast and quick. Right now, kung nasa pickleball court nga ako nakikita ko in the next 5 years, yung mag-i-score na yung pickleball court. Kung nag-fault ka, or nag-in ka, or nag-out ka, or nag-shot ka o hindi, nandoon na. Di ba? May replay na. May magbe-video na, yung AI na magbe-video. Tapos pwede ka mag-subscribe. Yan ang nakikita ko. And then leaders who turn trust into their greatest competitive advantages. Alam mo, kasi nga, since lahat, pwede naman deepfake, pwede naman loko ang mga tao, mag-ingat kayo. Ang dami rin gumagamit ng mga videos ko. Di ba? Nagpapanggap ako. Kaya nga mag-ingat kayo. I don't endorse any company or any person to invest. So right now, ang pinakamagagandang asset talaga at saka most valuable currency is trust. Ano naman magiging strength ng Gen Beta? They're going to combine human intelligence, emotional intelligence, and artificial intelligence in one. Grabe. Ano naman ang weakness? Again, the weakness also, there might be a tendency for them to depend on technology. But the business motto of this generation is what? Technology scales but human sells. Again, technology scales but human sells. Humanity pa rin. Now, the biggest question is this. Which do you think has the biggest advantages sa generation from baby boomer up to Gen Beta? Pakitype nga sa comment section. Alam mo, sagot ko? None. Alam mo bakit? Because every generation has its own strength and its own weaknesses. Why don't we learn from all generations? Each generation has superpower. Boomers teach discipline. Gen X, resilience. Millennials teach branding and purpose. Gen Z, diba, speed and adoption, diba? Gen Alpha, technology. Gen Beta, human AI collaboration. The most successful entrepreneur, I do believe, in the next decade won't think like the one generation only. No, they will combine all the 6. Kaya nga, grabe, if you're watching this video, this is a masterclass. Alam mo, if I were you right now, which I'm thinking, I will work hard like a boomer. I will manage risk like a Gen X, just like us, calculated risk. I will build a mission like a millennial. I will move fast just like a Gen Z. I will leverage and use technology just like a Gen Alpha. And I will lead with humanity just like the Gen Beta. Ay, grabe. Because in this business, the goal is not for you to be the smartest. The goal is for you to stay relevant, create value, and continue to solve problems for other people to make their life easier. And that will be your competitive advantage. Kung may natutunan ka sa episode na ito that lasted for or more than 20 minutes, I want you to type it in the comment section. Let us discuss, healthy discussion. And maybe I missed out something na hindi natin na pag-usapan natin to. So again, I'm just curious, which generation do you belong to? And which generation business mindset probably describe you? Comment na lang.
Chinky Tan, with over 6 million Facebook followers, 2.8 million YouTube subscribers, and 2.4 million TikTok fans, is now all out to share with you the most practical, simplest path to lasting wealth.